Welcome back, familia. In today's video, I'm going to be rebinding this book, and the end result is this beautiful little hardcover. Now, this is not a tutorial. I'm not showing you how to do it. I'm showing you how I did it for the very first time with mistakes and out loud thinking. So this video is more geared towards a person who has wanted to do bookbinding, but either feels they don't have the skill or the tools. And you can watch someone who has very limited tools and very limited skill at doing it. And if he can make something like this, then surely you can. And the last thing I want you to know before we get started is that the techniques that you're about to watch were stolen or borrowed, whatever you want to call it, from some very talented bookbinders that I have been watching on YouTube lately. I'm mostly taking from a YouTuber, Val Binds, who has created some of the most beautiful rebinds out there. The second person that I'm borrowing some techniques from is from Four Keys Book Art. Very talented man who takes like the world's oldest books and just gives them a complete makeover. He's absolutely mesmerizing to watch. And the last person that I'm taking from, which is certainly last but not least, is a gentleman from Israel. His name is Ido Agassi, who does some of the most beautiful work that I've ever seen. And he's so patient in his teaching and he's so thorough, which, by the way, you'll see nothing of the sort in this video, but you will see me try. There are mistakes here, but there are also a lot of corrections, and you'll see how we get from this to this. Enjoy the video. All right, so here's the thing. I've been watching books on rebinding and I want to give it a shot. So I have this book here that tore really long time ago and I stopped using it when it tore. So I was, got about this far and I have this much left and I stopped using it because it was tearing and I just didn't want to mess with it anymore. As you can see, I was practicing some calligraphy and writing a few things. My name, just practicing a bunch of lettering. So I'm going to practice with this. So here it is. It's going to hurt me, but there it is. It's done. It's torn out. It hurts me to do this, but I know it has to be done. It has to. There's a dude on YouTube that repairs old books. I've been obsessed with his channel. I think it's like Four Keys Binding or something like that. I have zero clue what I'm doing. I'm just taking this thing apart and I'm not even sure that I'm doing it the right way, but I don't care. This is practice. So that's what we're doing here. We're practicing. I'm just going to have to put a little bit of glue in there. I guess to understand how something is put together, you got to take it apart, right? So let's tear this apart and see what it's all about. I like this little book. I don't even remember where I got it from. Is this Artist Loft? No, this is Royal Langnickel, maybe it looks like. I can't tell. I might even be able to use this board again. Why not? No, I'm just going to find another board. Okay, for now, I'm just going to stick a little bit of glue in here with a small brush, and then we'll deal with the rest of it later. Again, I just want to remind you, if you came here for a tutorial, you're in the wrong spot. I'm learning, but if you want to see someone mess up and you want to cringe as you watch me work this, go right ahead. So all I'm doing is I'm lifting up this, it looks like it's a tissue that was added on here. I'm just lifting it up and applying a little bit of glue underneath there so I can glue the tissue back on here while I figure out how this whole thing works. I've seen dozens of videos that use this. I still don't know how it reinforces the spine, but it does. I definitely find it interesting now that I can tell that the difference between the signatures and how it's sewn together. I've never done it, but I see how it works or how it was put together. Let's set this aside and let that dry. Let's bring a ruler and one of the notebooks that we made. Why not? This is a to-do list, but we can repurpose it because we can. All right, so the board is going to be 3 7/8 by 6 by 6. So it's supposed to be like a 4 by 6, but it's a little bit wider or narrower, I should say. And for this, we have 1 inch by, of course, the 6 inches. 1 inch by 6. I wanted to reuse this, but I think we're just going to go and cut a piece just so we can get the experience. All right, I'm bringing this piece of board that I recovered from one of my outings while I was doing DoorDash, and we're going to cut here this way and make a straight cut. I'll do multiple passes here because I don't think I'm going to cut it all in one. Perfect. Now I have a straight place to start. All right, straighten it out down here. I have, this would be the 6th So then I'm just going to cut right there. All right, so now I have 6 this way. And supposedly this is straight. I'm not sure. It looks questionable to me. This side for sure is not straight. All right, now since I have 6 going this way, now I need 3 7/8 this way. So I'm going to measure that. Measure? Yes, measure. Here it is. Yeah, do we more or less have the right size? Yeah, that's it. This is the size. Oh, there must be a fire somewhere or something. Emergency responders are going crazy today. I almost had that extra inch. Tracing this would be cheating. Let's learn something. Let's learn how to do it. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a straight line. I guess this is pretty straight. I could use this edge. So then all I need to do is just go an inch in this way. All right, here we go. There it is. And all I need now is 6 inches. I hope this is going to be 6. Oh no, I cut off on the wrong piece. All right, cool. Here we go. We have a straight line here. Let me make sure I have 6 inches here. I do. All right, let's try that one more time. Gonna mark. There it is. And now let's mark 6 inches this way. I could use this line. How about that? Show my line straight. Press firmly. There it is. Now we have the 6 inches by 1, more or less. Yep, there it is. So here we go. Hey, we're making some progress here. At this point, a lot of people have this T-shaped tool that keeps everything straight. I don't have that tool, so I'm going to have to wing it. And it even keeps this thickness, a certain thickness, like the space here. So I can either use the ruler to help me with that, or I could, like I've seen some people say, that the board has to be twice the thickness of this board. That's the space that has to be between. I also saw that some people recommended a silicone brush for this, that they like that because once the glue dries on the silicone brush, they're able to just peel the glue off. Sounds interesting to me. All right, here we go. We got that. And then we're just gluing it to this extra piece here. I don't know how Ido does it. Ido Agassi, that's my boy, man. I love watching his channel. I don't want to press it too much because then it's not going to be the thickness. So I'm just going to glue that there, wait for it to dry a little bit, and then I'm going to cut off a piece so that I can lay it flat so that it can give me the thickness. I just want to remind you that I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. I'm winging it here. That's the width of the space that it should be, I think. We'll soon find out. Again, because I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just going to connect this with paper. I'm pretty sure I'm going to regret this, but I need to practice. Okay, so I've seen a YouTuber do this with cloth, right? I'm going to do it with paper. I'm just taking glue and applying it to what is going to be the spine. I shouldn't have gotten on that paper, but whatever. Am I too messy? I feel like I might be a little too messy here. I should. Well, I'm learning. Leonardo, have a little bit of grace. Have a little bit of understanding. You're learning. You don't know what the hell you're doing, which is precisely why you feel like a little fraud right now. Fraud, not frog. I'm going to bring in a new piece of paper that doesn't have any glue. Trying to get the same space on this side as I am on this side so that I could center it right down here. Hey, was that paper bigger than this one, or what the heck is going on? Yeah, it was. Oh, I used the wrong one. Whatever, doesn't matter. That's weird. I got these from the same stash, and this one is the right size, and this one's bigger. And so what I've seen, Val Binds is what that YouTuber's name is. You can check out her page. Val Binds. Like, I'm assuming her name is Valerie, maybe. This is probably not the best material to use for this. it's so flimsy, it's not grabbing onto anything on the side really, but we'll see. And then what I think I've seen her do is she brings this one here and glues it right there. I'm gonna have to watch a clip or something here. All right, so she's doing exactly what I just did. And then, yeah, she brings in that T divider thingy, brings in another piece of paper, adds glue to this side of the paper. Okay, she's adding glue to this side of the paper. Okay. And then she's just going to bring her cardboard over and use that T to line it up and make sure that it's straight. Got it. Okay. I really had to ask myself, what would Ido Agassi do? And he would bring in his weight. I don't have a weight, so I have to bring in this board here. And I'm going to have to improvise and use this line to help me keep things straight. However, so that I know the distance, I'm going to have to mark it so I know where to stop. It's going to be slightly crooked, but this should help me keep it straight. You know what? No, we're going to do this slightly different. I'm going to measure about a 1/4 of an inch. Yeah. All right. And then I'm going to bring my ruler here, and Ido would probably be proud of me for improvising and just folding here a straight line. I guess, I don't know. Here, we're gonna do it just a nice thick line there. So I had to cheat a little bit and improvise because I don't have those tools, so I have to work around them. There we go. And since I don't have anything heavier, I'm gonna bring in my, actually, I just thought of something. A long time ago, I bought a mold. It was a mold that was meant to make soaps. And instead of using soap, I made these concrete blocks that I was going to use for my yard. So what I'll do is I will use the concrete block to prevent the wooden piece from being pushed back while I'm working. And now look, see that? Problem solved for now. All right, so now just like in the video, I'm going to bring in extra piece of paper. I'm going to put my piece up against here. Hopefully it'll stay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in a bigger brush. I'm not using this brushes. Who am I kidding? I'm not doing any painting anytime soon, I don't think. So let's just go crazy. You know what I'm saying? There it is. All right, let's go. Come on, Leo. You got this, dude. I was trying to keep the glue still inside that pencil line. I'm not trying to go too much into it. Oh man, I got a little bit of, oh man. All right, here we go. It's okay, Leo. Don't get distracted. Keep going. Keep going. You just keep pushing. You keep digging. Can you believe I never watched that movie until like a year ago? Like not even a year ago. Come on, Leo. Let's put a few more dots here. Okay. I could see why people use fabric instead of paper. The paper is no bueno. All right. I'm going to push this just a little bit up against the board. And just pushing this very lightly just so that it could create a little bit of tension. I'm going to bring this board up to that line here, just like this. Everything's lined up. I press down, press down, I press down, I press down. I flip over, and then I bring my bone folder and get any of those air bubbles out. I'm going to bring that in like this. Again, as you can tell, I have no idea what I'm doing. All I know is that I'm doing. That's how things get done. That's how people learn. Just do it. That's it. You just do it. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just doing it. All right, I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to bring in my piece of paper, and I'm going to repeat. There we go. Add some glue. Bring my brush. Brusha. I'm that guy. I am that guy that quotes movies and quotes songs. I am that guy that if you say something that reminds me of a lyric, I will sing it. I won't hold back, and I will also do it back to back. So just so you know, if you're my friend, that comes with the package. All right, so I think I've added enough glue. I don't like that this is warped, but whatever. We're going to work with it. We're going to push firmly, and then I'm going to push this against here as well. Line it up. Boom, there it is. Again, flip it over, get those air bubbles out, press. Maybe this board is not the best material for this, but it's all I've got, and we're practicing. so that when we buy the good stuff, we won't waste it. I'm sorry, some of that was out of frame, but this is our book cover. Oh man, this is exciting. Look at this. Oh my goodness, this is exciting. I feel like I needed more, but who cares, dude? Who cares? Just do it. I don't care if the paper's sticking out. I really don't care at this point. I'm getting like really excited. I'm like really excited. I'm ready to do this thing here. Oh man, now I gotta find something to wrap this with. Okay, one step at a time. All right, so I think I'm gonna cover it with this piece of paper. I think it's gonna be thick enough. If I have to redo this again, I will redo it again. I don't give a shit. I need it to be equal on all sides. So if I align these corners here and I center this, it looks like I have a square on each side. So I'm probably gonna want a square on top too, which means I'm gonna have to cut off a piece. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna align it here and I'm gonna align it there. Again, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. So here we are. We're winging it. I forgot which side gets glued, this one or this one. So I'm going to have to check the video again. Okay, so it's the center, this side, that gets glued. Cool. Let's go. Just do it. Just do it. It's funny, I've quoted him twice in this video. All right. Again, if you're watching this and you're screaming at me going, "You're doing it wrong," I can't hear you. Push down. Oh, makes me nervous. But I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just pressing down and creasing right here where that little crease is, because I think that's what I remember her doing, but I can't be sure. So there it is. All right. And I think the only thing left to do is to glue this on this side. I just saw there's like a gluing of this section here. So I guess I'll just pour a little bit of glue in here. Spread that right in there. By the way, if you want to try this at home, don't follow me. I have no idea what I'm doing yet. I will know one day. Actually, I had a little bit of glue in here. I need to remove because I don't want this part to be glued yet. This part glued right in there. I got to be careful not to tear it. And then because this is not fabric, it's paper, I think it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but I think this is the next step. We're just going to go for it. Who cares, man? Just go. Make it messy and then fix it later. We're going to know how to do this right only after we F it up a few times. I already know this is going to be effed up. And if I know that it's going to be effed up, then I'm not looking for perfection, right? I'm not going to get it perfect, so might as well not go into it thinking that I am. All right, I think that's it. No idea, none whatsoever what I'm doing. I'm just winging it here. And there might not even be enough slack on this thing here to fold. But we'll find out. And if it was a waste of time, then it was a waste of time. But I think we'll be all right. All right, let's do it again this side. I'm almost tempted to skip this part, but I don't know how it's going to react. And I don't want to skip it and then have this be my regret. So we're not going to skip it. We're not going to skip it. All right, I'm going to do half of it first since I struggled with spreading. Maybe this isn't the best way to do it, is up in the air like this. Maybe I should hold it differently. I have no idea what I'm doing. And that is all right. It's okay. It's okay. I know that I've done other things where I knew not what I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. I was clueless. And then eventually I got better. Like at guitar, for instance, playing guitar. I didn't know what I was doing. Thankfully, I had a grandfather who knew how to play, taught me how to play. Dang, I don't know why this feels wrong, but we're doing it. I know that this might tear and fall apart, but I guess that's just the risk we take. All right, I don't know how this works. I've seen people just do all kinds of different stuff here. I've seen a straight cut and I've seen a crooked cut. I don't know what kind of cut I want here, but I'm going to experiment. I'm going to do a straight cut on one side. And then I want like a semi-curved one, I guess. Not got too close. It doesn't matter if I use the ruler or not. I don't know. I'm probably going to want to cut here. It's going to be a bit of a hassle to glue. I guess the gluing part is next. All right, let's bring this part in. By the way, Val Binds does not do it like this, okay? But she is working with cloth, and I'm working with paper. So paper's not going to fold the same way as cloth. So I'm having to do it this way just so that I can get those folds a little bit better. Okay. See, like here, for example, I wouldn't have been able to do that had I not made that slit. Push up against the sides there. Curve around. Got, again, this little bend, this little fold. Okay, perfect. Again, oh, shit. Okay. All right. Okay, not ruined, but we got to be careful with that glue. As soon as we're done adding the glue, we gotta remove the sheet. Remember that, Leonardo. Otherwise, we run the risk of the bottom piece gluing to our work. Ido Agassi would be disappointed in the sloppiness of some of this, but taking a risk. Okay, we're gonna remove it so that we don't get glue on there. Remove some of this extra glue. Glue this middle piece first. Perfect. Bring that in. Just hit it slightly with the bone folder. All right, let's bring in this piece here and fold inward. Okay, that was a little weird, but we're learning. Cut too close to the board here. I think we're gonna have some of the board exposed. I'm not sure yet, but I think we are. We're gonna have a little bit of the board exposed here in the corner, but oh well. All right, I'm just gonna pre-fold this upward. See that? Oh man, I don't like that at all. I don't know how we're gonna fix that, but oh well, homie. Here we go. All right, we're probably gonna have to do this all over again, and that's fine. Let's remove this before we get glue on our work. I see, that's why you gotta cut that farther out. I see. See, this one's further out, so this is gonna cover just perfectly, I think. I'm not sure. We'll find out soon. Bring our scrap paper. So paper works. I wasn't expecting it to work so well, but I took a risk and decided to try it anyway. So let's do that. And then fold. This is probably the best corner I have. All right. Hey, look at that. That's actually pretty neat, man. It's not the best, but look at that. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. Look at that. All right. Yeah, we're going to have to do this over again, and we're going to do a lot of things different. This has to be out just a little bit longer. All right, we're trying this one more time. So now I'm using a much thinner box from something that I got on Amazon. Let's get going. It's a little crooked, but again, we're experimenting here. We're learning. So if we're learning, there's no point in getting everything perfect, even though part of me says, hey, if you're going to do something, do it right. But I don't know what right is yet. So we're doing it messy. And then we're cleaning up as we go along. This cardboard is a little thinner than the one we used earlier. I'm not sure how it's going to hold, but we will find out. All right, so I've centered this here just so that I could put this right in the center. Oh, it moved, but whatever. I haven't pressed down yet, so that lets me move this around and make some adjustments if I need to. And there you go. There you have it. All right, we're going to bring our bone folder, which apparently is like the star of this show. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh, because it's thicker here on this side, it gives me a more like wider curve, and since it's narrower here, it gives me more of an angle. We're learning. We're learning. That's what we're doing. We're learning. There's a weird bug. It looks like an ant, but it's not an ant. It has wings. Ugh. Get that away from me. All right, cool. So we have added this section to it. Now we got to add these boards here. But before we do, I need to measure. I think I did a quarter of an inch. I'm acting like I don't actually have the thing right here. Yeah, I did a quarter of an inch. I need to go about, what is that? 1, 2, 3 eighths? I don't know. I'm winging it here. We're going to go this far and see how that works. That's 3 eighths. And just to kind of get us on the right track here, I'm going to do it down here as well. I may as well line it up just to give me a bit of an idea of where I am on the board. I was on the inside a little bit. I think that's it. All right, same process as before. I'm going to bring my block of cement and my small piece of wood, and then I'm going to line that up with this line here. There it is. That's it right there. We're going to add the glue on this board. Oh, actually, I need to add it on here. I forgot that I needed to do it on here, not on the board itself, because it's not going on the whole board. It's only going on this sheet. In fact, it didn't have to go on the whole sheet. I could have just done, half of the sheet. It doesn't really need to stick to the other end, does it? I don't know. No shortcuts. Let's just go. Let's put the brush away. We're going to bring our piece here, and I'm going to line it up to that line that I drew. Press very lightly, but press. And then take my bone folder and let that do its magic. I'm just going to press down on this. This is paper, by the way. It's not fabric. So I'm trying to do it this way and see what kind of result I get. And once I know that I could trust it, I'll work with better materials. But I think for now, this is great. Fantastic. All right, now let's repeat. I'm going to flip this over and use this side. There it is. Bring my big brush. I'm just spreading it all over the sheet here. I'm getting as close to this line as I possibly can because that's where that board is going to go. Make sure that the whole sheet is covered. Now put my brush down, press that up against this so I can get a good alignment, and then bring this board, press it up against the wooden piece, align it to that line, press very lightly. I should probably start here. All right. And now I have this beautiful little cover. Back part is ready to go. All right, earlier we used paper, but now I'm going to use this piece of fabric. I've used this fabric before to make a wallet. I think I want to try to make it from this fabric, but I need to trim it down to size. So let's see, where's my knife? There it is. I have a fabric cutting, like a roller thing. I don't know where it is. Okay. So there goes this side. It's going to be all frayed, but whatever. Maybe it'll grab better. Let me see, just to make sure I was at the edge here, right? Here. Yeah. I'm going to fix this. I don't know what this bug is. Is it like a termite? I hope it's not a termite. Oh man, I hope it's not a termite. What do termites look like? This blade is not sharp enough. I need to switch it. Now we got to cut here, but I also got to make sure I have enough room up here. Yes. Okay. Let me see if I can find that roller. Found it. Better cut. I think we're good. There's supposed to be a sheet that goes inside that connects the cover. And I'm not sure. I almost folded it the wrong way, but I'm not sure how to size this. So I'm just gonna fold. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. We'll see. And I mean, I'm not even sure if that's right. I don't know. I'm gonna cut a little bit outside of this just in case. Oh man, I hope that's right. Here we go. One more time. One of them shorter. All right, that's fine. That's one. So that when you open the book, it's going to have this on the inside and then this. That's perfect. Again, I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. I'm winging it here. But I make it look like I do. Probably not. Probably just me and my delusions. So apparently they just glue a tiny little bit on this end. Just a tiny little bit. I guess we'll see. I'm just going to put the glue right on there. Cuff it. And then just dab it there. And then we're going to bring this here and line it up. Or align it, I should say. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. Am I gluing the back too to the cover? I don't remember. I'm going to do the back part now. Same process. Put a strip of glue. And just make a little line of glue here, just like that. I don't even know if that's thick enough or not, but it'll make no matter. Oh man, I hope I didn't put the other one upside down. Let me see, which way is it? Nope, it is perfectly the right way. Here goes nothing. This part is going to be connected to the cover. I'm not going to mess with it because I don't want to unglue it, but we're almost there. I wanted to do that now so it could dry and bring my cover here, and we're going to glue this here. Okay, you can hear me breathing a little heavy because this is a little bit, just a tiny little bit nerve-wracking for me. But it shouldn't be, right? I've never done this before, so I should just relax and just enjoy the process. I've been studying confidence lately, and one of the discoveries that I made was that confidence comes with making a decision and then just acting on that decision without any attachment to the outcome. So that's what I'm trying to do here. Is I'm just trying to execute on the idea with no attachment whatsoever to the outcome. Whether it turns out well or doesn't turn out well, doesn't matter. The aim was to get this going. That was the aim. More snaps. I guess I should do it differently because... Cool. The glue did not go through the material. because this is a fabric that I bought from Walmart. It's actually supposed to be like, I think, a curtain fabric. I think it was on sale. If you go to the fabric section, there's like a sale section, and they'll sell you little pieces like this. I don't even know if I'm doing this right, but let's go. You can buy the fabric really cheap. That's what I guess what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I put the glue directly onto the fabric on this side. I mean, I'm gonna take a look and see if it'll seep through, and it doesn't. I think it's gonna be okay. I guess we'll test it. We will test it. Glue. All right, bring my bigger brush. Cover more ground faster, I guess you could say. I'm gonna add a little glue in there. All right. This thing is coming together. This thing is coming together, man. Maybe I'm gonna treat it like I did vinyl when I was doing vinyl printing. I would attach it that way, just like I did just now, to make sure we didn't have any bubbles. It's gonna match Erica's wallet. I made Erica a wallet in this material. And if it works out, I might just make her a journal with this material. So far, so good. Okay. Let me add a little bit of glue in here so I can get that little crease. If it's not like I'm breathing weird, it's I'm just getting over like a cold cough thing. I'm getting over the cold, but for some reason with me, the pattern is always the same. I get a runny nose, even when it's like allergy season. It starts off with a runny nose, and then eventually I'll get that drippage, and that runny nose turns into a cough, and it sucks. But c'est la vie. Así es la vida. C'est la vie. La vie. I was not expecting this to turn into a really long video. I'm going to chop it, of course, but my goal here is to add the glue, but to make it somewhat of a thin layer so that it doesn't go through the fabric. And I think that worked in the last one. I might have put a little bit too much on this side, but I could spread it down here where it looks like it has less. Yeah, this might be a little bit too much, but we'll see. I mean, we'll test it. We had a thin layer on the other one. We have a thicker layer on this side, and we'll see if it goes through or not. This is great. This one did go through just a tiny little bit on the edges over here, but not much. Cardboard is a little bit thin, so when it's wet, it's curling. It should be fine. Even if it curls, whatever. Now, the other part that makes me nervous is these edges here. I noticed that there's usually a certain distance from this corner. So maybe if I can keep a 1/4 inch. Is that right? Looks like that 1/4 inch might be too much. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll test it out. This one's going to have the corner exposed. Cut too close. Dang it. All right. Whatever. You learn. You learn. You learn. Oh, man. All right. That's kind of a bummer, but we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Maybe it's not going to be that big of a deal. Always cut wider and then fix it. I guess it's the lesson here. This is the only corner that's going to be a bummer, but whatever. I ain't tripping. Pretty sure I messed up somewhere, and then someone's going to be like, no, you could have left them longer and it would have been fine. I don't know why I have that feeling. We shall see. All right. So I see everybody go like this first when they're doing it. I'm guessing that's the best way to go, but I don't know because I've never done this before. All right. Do I do these and then those? Probably, yeah. All right, let's do it. All right, here we go. And by the way, the glue did not seep into the fabric at all. I put a little bit more on this side. Not sure why. The amount that I put on the other side was perfectly fine. Not too much on this side. Take some from here and give over here. It's like a book binding Robin Hood, taking from the rich in glue and giving to the poor over here. All right. And then we're going to bring this material in and then fold. Should have removed this one first. Awesome. All right, let's get those creases here glued in so that this thing can grab a hold nice and tight. I've got to do that on this side too so I can glue down nice and tight. Okay, cool. Where I put a lot of glue, didn't seep through again. So go get that fabric. They have a lot of awesome colors and patterns. It's a curtain fabric. That's right, to make curtains. All right, and then this one's going to shut on this side. This corner's good. This corner's good. Can't remember which corner it was. I think it was that one. Or maybe it just rectified itself. I don't know. I think we're going to be good, man. I went all outside of the fabric and everything. Ido Agassi, if you're watching this, don't look. Look away. He did not teach me this, by the way. Okay, I'm not giving him credit because this is atrocious. And neither did Val. Val does a way better job than I do, of course. All right, I guess. In like that, and then out. Bam. Bam. Dude, this is coming out way better than I thought. I mean, this whole thing feels wet, right? Obviously. It's coming out really well. Not bad. This is not bad. Let me put just a little bit on this one. Just like that. Yeah, I don't know if this is a little bit. Perfect. Let's see, we're going to go here, flip it, press it, pull it, twist it, bump it. Okay. Look, these just came out really well, actually. I can't even tell which one it was that was off, but I think it fixed itself. It had to have fixed itself because I don't remember fixing it. Oh, I can't even laugh. I'm going to cough. Oh, man. Look at this beauty. Oh, my goodness. Would you look at this? Look at this. Way better. Much better. A whole lot, like 1,000 times better. I mean, this is kind of flimsy, but come on. I like this book. It's just a sketchbook, you know? It's practice. So we are coming to the last part of this journey, the part that scares me the most. All right, so I'm supposed to protect this, and I think this is supposed to grab onto something. I saw Val put some mull, like a cheesecloth type of material. I don't have either one of them, but I do have this thin material that I'm going to try to use in its place. So I don't know that it's going to work, but it has to. It has to work. So I'm just going to cut a piece. It's a big piece of fabric, so I have to cut it. I probably shouldn't do this like I'm doing it here. It should probably be clamped down, maybe. I mean, things like this, you eventually do find out. You'll mess up or you'll come across some kind of hiccup, and then you realize, oh, yeah, that should have been done differently. I don't know. It's pretty flexible fabric. Yeah, I mean, maybe this will work. We're about to find out. All right. We're going to wing this here. I think that's good. I'm not even sure. Okay. I need this underneath here. That sheet's gonna get wet. And then we add more here, right? I think it's gonna look horrible on the other side, probably. All right, here we go. I don't even know if that was too tight, if that was just right. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely not the right cardboard for it. Like, it's wet and it's all flimsy. I don't know. What the hell? Did I not put enough glue on the corner here? Okay. We got through the first phase and we're alive. So let's keep this thing going, shall we? We're gonna glue this section here, lather this up, edge to edge. And then we're gonna add some more glue on the bottom. Make sure I get those corners. I must have missed the corner earlier. And then we're gonna go and bring in this piece and we're gonna stretch it. And then we're gonna add some more glue. All right. Here we go. Jeez, okay. Oh no. Oh yeah, I was afraid this was gonna happen. All right, whatever. It's gonna add a little bit of character to the page, to the paper. But here we go. There it is. Oh, my goodness. We did it. Sorry, I'm doing this all out of frame. Oh my God, I'm so freaking proud of this, dude. Look at this. Oh my goodness. All right. I think I'm going to press this for a bit and then come back to it. This thing is so beautiful. I got to go wash my brushes before they stick. Oh man, this fits perfectly. Look at that. This feels really good. It feels good to put something down on your book, right? Like on my Leonardo da Vinci type to-do list and say, get on it. Just start rebinding books. Just do it. I'm just so excited. Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. Open up the book. Perfect. Perfect. Look at that. I didn't glue down as well in the back, but I think it should be fine. Oh my goodness. This is great. This is great. There it is, my first little book.